Sugar, spice, and everything nice. These were the ingredients chosen to create the perfect little girl. But Professor Utonium accidentally added an extra ingredient to the concoction, Chemical X. Thus,
Tradwives
were born using their
ultra super feminine lifestyle and submission.
dedicated their lives to fighting crime and the forces of
Feminism. In a world full of women who call themselves feminists, it is refreshing to see women like these who have dedicated their lives to baking cookies, pies, to wearing floral dresses and complicated hair updos. I'm sure I don't have to explain who a tradwife is, considering the amount of time you are spending on the internet. Who am I talking about? I'm talking about you. Yes, you. When was the last time you took a break from the phone? Don't lie. You haven't. Welcome to Knock Some Sense. I'm your host May, and today we are going to be talking about tradwives. So, tradwife in recent Western culture typically means a woman who believes in and practices traditional gender roles and marriages. International movement of women who advocate a return to traditional gender norms through submitting to the husband and promote domesticity. Basically, a woman who follows a biblical gender role and submits to her husband is called to be an ideal wife. Sounds like something that the feminists will have a problem with, right? Right? Working at home, looking after your kids and husband, what is so big about it? And why are some women not supporting it and criticizing it? Shouldn't feminism be about supporting the choices of women? And I guess these tradwives are just exercising their choice. See, there's nothing inherently wrong with this practice. Across the globe, there are millions of women who are already following this practice. And this is simply called as housemaker or a housewife. The term already exists, and that is housemaker or a housewife. Why do you need another term, tradwife? Now, I came across a woman who likes to cook, who likes to clean and take care of her husband. And she looks happy. Good for her. And in nowhere in her video, she's asking people to choose the lifestyle that she chose to live. And I respect that.
And the truth is, there is no higher calling than being a wife and a mother for a woman. But being a wife and a mother should be your top priority always.
Oh, that is some contradictions there. Now, there are a lot of people who are jumping on this bandwagon and trying to criticize the women who are not taking up the traditional roles and comparing it with a traditional wife and somehow making them look smaller than the traditional lifestyle. And there are people who are showing off this lifestyle just to tell others that their lifestyle is somehow superior. Now, here's where the problem starts. Spreading a one-sided, glorified lifestyle on a global platform. You're wearing a floral dress or an apron and making bread and cookies your entire content and glorifying a lifestyle women across the world may never see. Most women who choose a traditional lifestyle or choose to be a housewife do not get to do makeup the entire day, and they do not get to make bread all day. This is just an aesthetic to many. Just like clean girl, mob wife, and many other aesthetics that are there on video sharing platforms. But in reality, homemaking or a traditional living is not as aesthetic as it is being shown. So what is being shown is not the reality of being a housewife. It's not even half the reality of being a housewife. You are spreading out a narrative of submission. I'm from an Asian community, and I've seen a lot of long-lasting marriages around me. And in the relationships where I've seen the couples being happy, there is no concept of submission. All I've seen is two people who respect each other, who have good communication, who have good understanding, who are compatible with each other. And you don't have to be a tradwife or any aesthetic of wife to have a good married family. Spreading blatant lies about financial dependence. You are asking women to leave their financial security and trying to push women into a lifestyle where there can be financial insecurity while being financially secure yourself. If you're a traditional wife, your husband is the breadwinner and your family follows a gender role, then why the hell are you making videos and contents and posting it on social media while making money from it? Imagine you're sleeping after all the last night's work. Not that work. And your kids wake you up for a cereal at 7 a.m. What would you do? You would ask for a few more minutes of sleep. But this woman won't. She will get right up, put on some makeup, and will walk to the kitchen in her nightdress and start cooking. And she won't forget to switch on the camera to record while she's making everything from scratch. It is funny how only those people who are cosplaying to be a housewife are glorifying the life of making everything from scratch and living in poverty. I have never seen a normal housewife or a woman who have had to milk cows and had to live in poverty, making videos on it and posting it on the internet, glorifying it. Every lifestyle and choice has two sides to it. Being a traditional wife comes with the freedom from the corporate world and the constant tussle for monetary gains, while it also keeps you at the risk of being left with nothing unless you are with a good person. This aspect of fear is never shown in such videos. This is just a lifestyle isolated and apt for the Western living. The content and idea of this kind of a lifestyle is out there on the social media for everyone to see. But the truth is, this lifestyle is only isolated to a certain part of the world and to a certain period of time. Traditional lifestyle for men and women are so much different in different parts of the world in different time periods. Calling yourself a traditional wife in itself is a misnomer. This is just a trend of a few women showcasing and pushing their luxurious lifestyle with a false promise of a happy married life.
Right, like at the moment, I'd rather be a stay-at-home mom and do chores. Yeah, well, shocker. That's what we're kind of designed to do, honey.
If cooking and doing household chores is what you are designed to do, then go and do that instead of running a channel that has millions of subs and is making good money. I'm sure you know that the we in your sentence includes you as well. Or is it a shocker to you, honey? The labor force have less women. There are women who are fighting to be respected as a human, and there are women who are working towards a luxurious lifestyle like yours, while you are sitting there making money and telling women why they should stop their efforts.
Not a feminist. I can actually cook.
You are confusing being an adult with tradwife and trying to create a false rift between feminist women and women who are choosing to be a housewife. Do you think that feminists of the entire world can't cook? Do you have any proof that tradwives can cook after creating that monstrous thing? I can't even call it a food when you have just covered your crime with cheese. Are you trying to push a narrative that certain skills and certain characters are only reserved to a certain group of people? The question is, why is cooking, cleaning, dressing up, makeup, loving your husband and kids only associated with feminine, submissive women? Glorifying their failed attempts to become rich. So you did try to become rich, and when you failed to move ahead in every path that you chose, you decided to marry a rich man and started posting videos as a backup for your failure. Have you ever thought of that poor man that you're using as a backup while feeding him unpasteurized milk?
We as individuals are just choosing to be homemakers. That's
Choice? To choose a lifestyle? Do you think that if it wasn't for feminism, you would have the choice to call yourself a tradwife, wear a nightdress, put on tons of makeup, and post yourself for millions of people to see while you pretend to be a housewife? I don't think that you would have had any choice if it wasn't for feminism. Who cared until you consistently posted these videos out there for people to care? The only system you're fighting against is your immune system with that unpasteurized milk you're drinking. As long as there's a sense of security and respect in the relationship, I don't think anyone would have a problem with someone being a homemaker. And it need not be an aesthetic or have a different name and be glorified to this level. I like to think that a sensible person would know that everything posted on the internet is not true. It is just a content and not reality. You can take what works for you and reject the rest. It is as simple as that. Or is it? You think everyone sitting here and watching these videos are sensible? And you think that everyone is capable of discarding what doesn't work for them? Most young people, teens and preteens and even youth who are figuring things out in their life, go down this rabbit hole of this glorified lifestyle that these women are selling. In fact, every lifestyle you choose, whether it's a girl boss lifestyle or a tradwife lifestyle or a businesswoman lifestyle, has its own good and bad sides. But if you're choosing a lifestyle simply because it's a trend, or the bright side of that lifestyle is being glorified, or simply because of the convenience that it appears to give you, then that is where things become problematic. At the end of the day, these people who are posting these videos about tradwives are not really tradwives. They're just good businesswomen who are selling you a lifestyle. That is it for today, guys. I think I'll leave this here. I will see you next time.